Ow.
Welcome to the show, guys. I'm Steve, along with Danny, and we're going to start the show off with a little NFL free agency news.
Or like just a recap of whatever prediction. Nothing's really happened yet because free agency doesn't start for another week or so, right?
I guess.
I believe it's on the 15th.
Yes, I believe
But
so.
we might
too.
touch on the combine if we have time. But yeah, let's just get right into it. There's a lot of rumors regarding Tom Brady. Where do you think he'll end up?
I think Tom Brady ultimately goes back to the Patriots, but I would love if he would come to the Giants.
You want him on the Giants?
Absolutely.
Why do you want him on the Giants?
Because I don't believe in Daniel Jones. But maybe if Brady came, he'd be able to mentor him and make him a decent quarterback.
What's wrong with Daniel Jones? He had a solid rookie season, I'd say.
I wouldn't say solid at all. He makes way too many mistakes.
So does every rookie quarterback, though.
Not every rookie quarterback.
Didn't Peyton Manning, rookie season, throw a bunch of interceptions and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, Peyton ended up a great quarterback, but he was also the first overall pick, and he belonged as the first overall pick. Daniel Jones is at a Duke, an unproven college, unproven quarterback, and he still hasn't proven anything to me. He fumbles the ball all the time, throws too many picks, makes poor decisions. I don't see it.
I think personally you should just at least give him a chance. He hasn't really played too many games yet. He's only played less than a full season, not less than a full season. Only played 12 games though. Didn't he miss? Because he didn't start the first two, then he missed 2, right?
Yeah.
So he's only played 12 games. I feel like you should at least give him another season or so to kind of progress, see where he gets to. Because who knows, maybe he can come back. Especially with the fact that the Giants as a whole were not really that good. Their offensive line still had a bit of problems. Their defense was also had a lot of problems. I think they'll address that in free agency, and with the draft. But I think it's too early to give up on Daniel Jones.
I mean, you could also make the argument that he had great receivers, and that also inflated his stats to make his pass yardage look better, his touchdown rate look better, because Darius Slayton was getting wide open. He had Sterling Shepard for 6 or 7 games before he got hurt. And then he has Golden Tate after he came back from suspension, who played very well. So he has good wide receiving core. The offensive line's a slight problem, but it's been better.
It's better than it was.
Than what it was for years with Eli. So I don't know. At least we're getting on the right track on offense. Defense, I mean, he can't control the defense.
I was just kind of saying.
I'm not looking at his win-loss. I don't care about his win-loss. I'm just talking about the turnovers he's having. The defense has nothing to do with his turnovers. Sometimes he just looks like he has no pocket awareness, and it's not. Sometimes it's the offensive line, but sometimes it's on him. He's looking right at the guy and he'll fumble the ball. You got to put that ball, you got to tuck it away, and you got to make sure you don't fumble it. It's as easy as that.
I mean, do you if he doesn't end up with the Giants? So you think Brady will end up back with the Patriots?
Yeah, I think he's going back to the Patriots. I don't see any reason why he would go to any other team.
I know he's there's a rumor of him with the Chargers earlier on. I don't know if that's gonna happen. There are other rumors. I saw one. I doubt this happens because they invested so much money in this guy. But I saw one in him going to the 49ers, which I doubt was gonna happen because they invested so much money into Garoppolo. But I mean, I think it's pretty cool that he's entering free agency the first time, and quote unquote entering free agency for the first time, and just seeing I feel like the rest of the NFL is just gonna wait for him to do something, and then they're gonna follow suit from there, because there's so many teams that are interested in him and stuff. I saw the Raiders were interested as well, maybe the Titans, but we'll see what happens.
I don't think the Titans.
I don't think the Titans will do anything either.
I think they're going back with Tannehill, because Tannehill was a solid quarterback last year. I mean, he didn't throw the ball much. They were a run-based offense, but he was solid when he had to be.
Yes, I agree. And Melvin Gordon also officially is testing free agency, as pretty much everyone expected him to, because the Chargers refused to pay him what he wanted. Where do you see Melvin Gordon fitting in with any of the teams in the NFL?
Melvin Gordon.
The running back.
I know who he is.
Right.
I don't see him fitting in with anybody. I think the guys should have gone back with the Chargers, take a pay cut, because didn't he want the most money out of any running back?
No, I don't think he wanted the most money.
I think he did.
I forget exactly what he wanted, but I don't think he wanted the Zeke contract.
I thought he did. I thought that's why they didn't want to pay him.
No, the Chargers owner is notorious for underpaying players and such.
Well, he paid Rivers.
He paid Rivers because he had to. He had no choice.
Well, he kind of had to pay Melvin Gordon, so I don't see why he wouldn't pay him unless Melvin Gordon was asking for a ridiculous amount of money.
Let me see what he was asking for.
I feel like he was asking to be the top paid running back in the NFL. And if that's the case, that's all on him because he's not the best running back in the NFL. He's not. I don't even know if he's a top 5 running back in the NFL.
Melvin Gordon. Hold out. Hold on. I don't think he want. It was. Says a few cared. It was all about.
Yeah, it was all about Zeke. So he wanted similar money to Zeke, but the problem is he's not a running back comparable with Zeke. Zeke is a much better running back than him.
No, I think they're just talking about the reporting aspect.
I'm pretty sure he was asking for money similar to Zeke, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see. Oh, he wanted an annual salary. Dang it, I hate LA Times. It said $13 million per year.
So how much is Zeke making per year?
Well, Zeke's contract is $90 million with $50 million guaranteed.
For how many years?
6.
So 6 into 90.
I think that's more than 13. Is it?
Maybe a little bit.
I can check.
Hold up.
So it's
12 would be 72.
It's 90 divided by 6, right?
It's probably like
it's 15.
Okay, so yeah, what he's asking for 13.
He wanted 13 annually,
Yes.
but I don't know if he wanted the 6 years. But the huge thing is the 90 million guaranteed.
Yeah, so Melvin Gordon's completely in the wrong in this situation. He's not worth that amount of money. Didn't he just come off an injured season?
No, he just held out.
Oh, he was held out this whole year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse. He's pulling a Le'Veon.
No, he held out. I had him in fantasy, and he held out for part. He didn't hold out the entire season he played. He held out for, I think, like the first 6 weeks, and the Chargers were struggling. So then he came back, and like his teammates supported him too. The teammates supported him.
Yeah, well, the teammates are always going to support him because the players are a union, but that doesn't mean he's in the right. I don't think he deserves that money.
How much would you give him?
Less than $10 million a year.
Less than 10. I feel like he's
not a top 5 running back.
He's one of the better running backs in football, though.
I don't think he is. Not top 5. Top 5 is the only people that should be making over $10 million.
So like McCaffrey, Saquon.
Yeah, McCaffrey, Saquon, Zeke,
Bell, maybe.
Is Bell even a top 5 running back now?
Bell deserved it.
He deserved it at the time. I don't think if he was free agent right now.
I'm talking in terms of like in perspective of at that time.
Yeah,
I
at
feel
the
like
time he deserved it.
I feel like also with Bell, like the offensive line literally did not help him at all. Like if you were to watch the games, you could see like he still had it, but
yeah, well he's relies completely on his offensive line, and the Jets don't have one, so that's not the type of running back. Like he's not the fit for the Jets. That's just end of the story.
But like I feel like he still deserved the money because like at the time he was top 5.
I don't know. He had a great offensive line in Pittsburgh too. So I don't know if it was Le'Veon or the offensive line, but
we'll find out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean we will because the Jets they can't get any worse on the offensive line than they were last year.
That was
in terms of run blocking. So.
Oh no, that was terrible. That was even pass blocking still, but that's a whole other topic. But I mean, like outside of like I would like Todd Gurley. Like I don't even know if he's top 5 because like he just has arthritis.
He's not now. He was at one point.
He was. Melvin Gordon was top 5 at one point. He was a monster.
Right, but would you pay Todd Gurley at this point over $10 million? I wouldn't.
The Rams already did that. That's the thing.
They did at the time. At the time, he deserved it.
The time, I would have.
At the time, yes, but right now, no. $10 million, I wouldn't.
The Rams already did that. That's the thing.
They did at the time. At the time, he deserved it.
At the time, I would have.
At the time, yes, but right now, no.
Give him somewhere between 10 to 12.
I don't know. I would be lower than that, but I could see 10. I would probably be somewhere between 8 and 10 million right now for Melvin Gordon, and I don't see him fitting anywhere. The Chargers had a great offensive line, so unless he finds a team that has a great offensive line like the Chargers, good luck.
I feel like Gordon was still like good because he was valuable. He was just like a good like the Chargers had good backs. Like Eckler, like I don't even know if they need to.
Is it good backs though, or is it a good offensive line? Because that just proves Eckler was horrible in college. So that just proves that the offensive line for the Chargers is just carrying their backs. Maybe I don't know if it's proven that way, but it could be that possibility.
I don't know. I feel like Eckler was really good this year. Like he was even good last year. Like a couple years. Like
yeah, so that lowers Melvin Gordon's value though. So
yeah, I know. Like I don't know where he'd end up, and I don't really know what teams need a running back at the moment per se. I mean, maybe like the Buccaneers, but I don't think they.
The Eagles.
Eagles maybe that was a rumor for a while. The Eagles were going to trade for him. I remember that.
Yeah, the Eagles need a running back bad. I don't know if they will want Melvin Gordon though, but
I don't think they'll bring him in either. But I mean, it'd be nice to have. It'd be good to help Wentz, but maybe the Eagles. Definitely not the Cowboys. Definitely not the Giants. Definitely not. And
the Redskins don't want
the
him.
Redskins definitely don't want him. I don't like.
I mean, the Lions. Do they have a running back?
They haven't had a running back in like a decade.
Yeah,
maybe
they should figure that out.
They haven't had a running back since Barry Sanders.
See, maybe the Lions would pay him the money he wants because
but the Lions that wouldn't work either.
It wouldn't work, but they should pay him maybe because the Lions what are they going to do anyway?
Yeah, the Lions
they're playing a guy with a broken back.
The Lions are just trying to skin the Patriots alive. Like they're just taking I don't know.
Yeah, they're taking guys that don't work though.
Yeah,
like Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia's just not a good coach.
Like he was the defense coordinator and the defense did great, but he also had Bill Belichick, one of the greatest.
The defense wasn't even that good, like when he first started.
Exactly.
Like when he left, that's when the defense took off.
So that shows that Belichick is telling something in his ear, like what to do. He's not really doing anything. I don't think.
And I hope that's not the case for Judge, but I'm not going to make a.
Well, Judge is not a defense coordinator. He's special teams.
Okay,
Belichick is not a master in special teams. But what scares me is that he's a wide receivers coach, and the worst thing on the Patriots is wide receivers.
I don't like. I think he'll be fine. Like I think he'll be okay. I don't think he'll be like a permanent solution, but he'll be fine. A head coach.
Like I said, he can't get worse than McAdoo, and he can't get worse than Shermer. So
who was worse between you, Shermer or McAdoo?
Most Giants fans would say McAdoo is worse because of what he did to Eli and benched the consecutive starts and stuff like that. But as terms of a coach, Shermer was definitely worse than McAdoo because at least McAdoo had one good year.
I feel like that was a defensive carry team though. Like
okay, but he got the defense there.
Is he a defensive minded guy or
no? He's offensive minded guy. But it's Shermer. Shermer didn't have a defense or an offense. He didn't have anything.
He just kind of had Saquon. But
I mean, Gettleman drafted Saquon. He didn't do anything with Saquon. He didn't do anything productive with Saquon.
You still want Gettleman? Like, how many more years are you willing to give Gettleman with this team?
1 year. If the Giants are terrible this year, get rid of Gettleman. If they improve, like if they go like
7-9.
7-9, I might give them 1 more year.
Because it shows like
even though that would disgust me because I hate 7-9, 8-8 record. But
it's better.
It's improvement.
It's improvement.
And you at least give them 1 more year after that.
But yeah, like anything else? Like, did you watch any of the combine at all?
Nope.
A little bit.
Not at all. Not 1 second.
Why not?
Waste of time. Combine usually doesn't tell the whole story. It only shows how athletic people are. And there's plenty of people that haven't done that well at the combine that have been great NFL players. And there's people that have done great at the combine that are horrible NFL players.
I feel like there's exceptions, though. I feel like the combine. Look at DK Metcalf, for example.
DK Metcalf, I could have looked at him, not seen anything about the combine, and been like, this guy is an athletic freak. I didn't need the combine to see that.
Yeah, but like not many people knew much about him. Then the combine came along and everything just skyrocketed for him.
I mean,
like he was supposed to go in like the 5th round or something like that before, I believe, and then
he went. He still went in like the 3rd round, so he improved by 2 rounds. Big deal. You could still be a great player in the 5th round and the 3rd round. It doesn't make a difference.
I think he went 2nd round.
No, he didn't go 2nd round. Did he?
I
don't think he did at all.
NFL is 2019, right?
Yeah.
No.
I remember him falling.
I think he went very late 2nd round, which is basically the 3rd round. Josh Allen, that over round 2. He was the last pick of the 2nd round.
Okay, so basically
the 3rd round. But
yeah. So yeah,
it's still like that's like money making for players. Like a 2nd round pick and a 3rd round pick, regardless of like regardless of where you're at, like regardless of what was I gonna say? I guess regardless of how close you are to the third round, like if you're a second round pick, you're making more money than a third round pick to start off. But
That's great, but if you're a good NFL player, then you're going to be making money regardless. So, like, that's great for the player, but
the
I don't.
Giants lost their pick in the third round.
Why?
Selection forfeited during the 2018 supplemental draft.
Okay.
I don't know. It's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
But anyway, like, yeah, that's good for the player, but I don't have to worry about that. The player has to worry about that. That doesn't make me have any interest in the combine. If he's a great NFL player, he'll be a great NFL player. If not, I don't care. Like, the combine is not telling me anything.
So do you think there shouldn't be a combine then, or no?
No, there should be a combine because of just what you said. It makes more money for the players if they get drafted ahead. But I don't really like. For me personally, I don't care if they're drafted a third and fourth round. I just care if they're a great player in the end of the day.
I feel like the combine is a way to like showcase like potential great players outside of that. Because if you have a lot of athleticism and you're showing it off, you could potentially put it together in the NFL and make a really good player.
Yeah, potentially.
Yeah, it's like I guess that's what.
But you could also have no athleticism, potentially be a
like
great
Tom, like
player.
Brady,
So
for
yeah, it's the
example.
reverse. Joe Montana,
Joe Montana
horrible
as well.
athleticism.
Brady, Eli, I guess.
Yeah, Eli,
Peyton.
all any pocket passer is gonna have horrible athleticism. And then in terms of wide receivers, I don't think Edelman had a good combine at all. He turned out to be a pretty good wide receiver.
I don't
even know if he was invited.
No, yeah, not everyone gets invited.
I don't even think he was invited. So that's what I'm saying.
What else was I feel like it's not all. It's like a lot of athleticism, but like it's not like all. Like there's like you can see some of the quarterbacks throw. It's a good spot for them to showcase.
Yeah, I guess, but like if you watch college football, I could have told you which quarterbacks were going to be good and which quarterbacks were going to be bad from the beginning. Like the only ones I saw with potential were Burrow and Tua, and everybody else I thought was not a good quarterback for the NFL. And that if you watch the combine, I heard that's basically what they saw. Maybe Herbert was good at the combine, but besides that, and I know from watching Herbert play against defensive pressure that he plays great when he has no pressure around him, but he plays horrible once he gets pressure. So if he played great in the combine, that would make perfect sense, and that would still lead me to the same prediction about Herbert.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about football in general?
No, that's about it.
All right. When we get back, we talking. What do you want to talk about next? We had a plan. I just don't know.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
It's up to
Baseball?
you. Either baseball or championship season for college.
Yeah, we'll talk about baseball.
Gotcha. I'll see you in a bit.